Hey, this is David. Today we're going to troubleshoot a hot surface light issue on a Samsung range. If you've noticed that pesky light staying on all the time, you're in the right place. But wait, there's more. If you pay additional shipping and handling, oops, I got carried away. We'll get back to that later. Anyway, we're going to show you how to test an infinite switch that's failed and won't turn the on indicator light off. But before we jump in, take just a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you can see more repair tips and tricks for all your major home appliances. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. First, we're going to get our tools together. We need a multimeter, a blanket or pad, a Phillips head screwdriver, a Flathead screwdriver, a Sharpie or pencil, and pliers. Also, please remember that safety comes first. Make sure to unplug your range or turn off the breaker to prevent any power from running to the appliance while you're working on it. Let's take a look at the range surface lighting. The hot surface light is different than the on indicator light. All glass top electric ranges have a hot surface light and an on indicator light. And a hot surface light that stays on even when you know the element is at room temperature means that the switch on the element has failed. If the on indicator light stays on even with the switch turned off, then the infinite switch is always the problem. But we'll do some testing to confirm. Let's open the oven door and remove the 4 screws that hold the console in place. Now lift the bottom of the console out and remove it. After we do that, we can close the oven door and let it rest on the door. You'll need to put a towel or pad under it to protect it from getting scratched. Whenever you turn on an infinite switch, there's a contact in the switch that closes and completes a circuit from L1 to P. This is the on indicator light circuit. When you turn the switch off, the contact is supposed to open up, which turns the light off. When the on indicator light stays on, it means that the contact didn't open up, and since there's not a way of determining on the console which one has failed, then all the switches will need to be tested. Set your multimeter to continuity and check from L1 to P on the single coil switches and S1 to S2 on the double coil switches. The one that has continuity with the switch in the off position is the defective switch and will need to be replaced. Now, let's check the hot surface switch problem. We also need to remove the 3 screws that hold the metal strip on. Then pull it out and remove the Phillips head screws from the back panel. At the top of each corner is a screw that holds the cooktop on, and we need to take out both screws. At each corner, just like in the back, there are 2 screws that hold the top in place, and we need to remove both of them. Then we can unplug the 2 wire connectors and lift the top off and lay it flat with the glass part down on a moving blanket or a couple of towels. There are also 2 screws on each side that need to be removed along with a couple in the front. Let's remove the ground screws and lift the pan off. As you push the wire connectors down through the holes, you should be able to lift the pan off the elements. You should be looking at the back side of the elements now. Each element will have 2 terminals that go to the hot surface switch on the element. They're typically the 2 terminals that have a smaller connector, and they can be side by side or across from each other. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and set your multimeter for continuity. Then find the 2 terminals and touch each one. There shouldn't be continuity. If there is, then you have found the defective element. The switch in the element is part of the probe that you see in the middle of the coil. When the element is cold, the switch is open. As the element heats up, the switch closes to complete a circuit to the hot surface light. When it cools down, the switch opens back up and the light turns off. So, the one that shows continuity with a cold element is the defective element and will need to be replaced. If your range top shows the position of the element and the light, then you won't have to check each element. The position of the light on the cooktop will tell you which one is bad. But most ranges will just have a single light that represents all of the elements, so you don't know which element it is. If you found out that your surface element is faulty, let's replace it together. We need to find the element we need to replace. If you notice, there are markings on the mounting bar, so we can make a mark by the two tabs that come through the mount, which is where the new elements need to be mounted to. Now we can remove the 4 screws that hold the mount and slip the old element out. We're going to take pictures of the wires and where they go before we remove them, just to make the installation process easier. Then we can remove the clips that hold the element to the mount. Here's the old surface element and here's the new one. If you've already got one, great. If not, you can pick one up at appliancepartspros.com. Pay attention to the number they go to and make sure you install the clips in the same position as the old element. If the terminals on your new element are in the same position, change out the wires one at a time or refer back to the picture you took so you can hook it up correctly. Once that's done, we can mount the element to the mounting bracket so that the clips go into the marked slots. Then secure the mounting bracket with the 4 screws. Let's put the pan back on, feed the wire connectors through the holes and install the 4 screws. Now install the ground screws, and we're ready to put the cooktop back on the range. After getting the cooktop back into position, install the 4 screws at each corner. Then plug the 2 connectors back in. We're also going to put the console back into position and install the 4 screws. We're almost done. Let's go to the back of the range, then put the back panel on and put the trim piece back into position with the 3 screws. Now you can plug the range back in or turn the breaker on and test to make sure it's working again. You made it. Great job. And we'd love to hear how your repair went. So feel free to share your experience in the comments below. If you still need a new surface element or any other parts, just head over to appliancepartspros.com with your model number and you'll find what you need. Most orders arrive in just a few days. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.